Hi, welcome to Your Stable Friend. Why are we as humans so defensive? I understand when we have to defend ourselves against something, very real, like a real looming impending physical threat, or someone's coming after you or your family for some nefarious reason. That I understand. But why are we so defensive when it comes to things that really don't have that much to do with us? What I'm talking about is our equestrian disciplines, okay? Whether you're a dressage enthusiast, whether you participate in the big lick, whether you are involved in horse racing, the hunter-jumper world, liberty, rodeo, whatever it is that you are involved in, why are you so defensive about something that you had nothing to do with developing? Okay? I know you didn't, because it's the year 2023, and even if you're 100 years old and you're watching this, all of those sports are a lot older. So I know basically for a fact that you did not develop any of those. And if you happen to be a member of the FEI, or have something to do with any rulemaking in any of the disciplines, you might have a little tiny bit of a reason to be defensive. But none of us developed any of these sports. But we are responsible for allowing these sports to continue on in a way that is inhumane. So that is one thing we're responsible for. And maybe that's what we're defending, that we've been turning a blind eye to the daily abuses that horses are suffering in every discipline. No discipline is going to be let off the hook here in this conversation, because each and every discipline is guilty of turning a blind eye to some part of the discipline that is unfair, unjust, unsafe, harmful, hurtful, demeaning, demoralizing, downright dangerous. All of our disciplines need to be examined with a very clear, very focused eye, without us being defensive about them, for the sake of our beautiful horses. We need to look at each discipline without being defensive. And again, you didn't bear that from your loins. You didn't birth dressage. You didn't birth eventing. You didn't birth the big lick. These are things that were here before most of us were here. And it's our responsibility not to allow those disciplines to continue on in a way that is not good for the horses. Because the year is 2023, we are evolving and we are becoming more aware that horses are not only sentient creatures, but extremely intelligent, sensitive, smart, clever, that they have healing powers for us. All of these things are documented science. We can look any of those things up. And we know that now. And a thing that we always say, when you know better, you must do better. We need to do better in all of these disciplines. I'm not going to today pick out and pluck out the bad parts of each one of them, because I believe that we all know what they are. We know what the very ugly and bad parts of dressage are. We know what the very bad and ugly parts of the big lick are. We know what the very ugly and grotesque parts of the racing industry are. We know where polo goes very wrong. We know where the rodeo goes really, really wrong. We know where eventing goes wrong. We all know. Yet we defend and defend and defend. We don't need to defend. We need to fix. We need to fix each of these things. We need to take responsibility and accountability for these disciplines. If you are a part of one of these disciplines, don't think, oh my God, someone's trying to take it away from me. No. People are trying to make it better for the horses. And when it's better for the horses, it's going to be better for the humans. It's going to be a win-win. It's going to be an up cycle. It's going to be something that just gets better and better for all of us. And believe me, when you can feel better about your discipline and know that it's doing all that it can do to protect the horses that are part and parcel to it, without the horses, guys, There's none of this. We don't get any discipline if we don't have the horses. Does that make sense? I hope it does, because we don't get to do any of these equestrian sports if not for the horses. And if we keep killing them and breaking them down, and it's very obvious to the outside world now, we're not going to get to continue to do this. People are going to see it for all of the bad that it is and for none of the good that it might be, and it's all going to be over. So this is not a threat. This is a warning that if we don't take off these blinders and blinkers and get a really good look at each of our disciplines and see how we can make them better and help to make them better, they're not going to be there for us. So instead of silencing people on the internet or advocates, why don't you just for once just take a look, hear it out, hear what's being said, see if there's any truth to it. Again, don't feel defensive. You didn't make it, you didn't birth it. And say, yeah, you know what? This needs to be fixed. I want to be proud of my discipline. I don't want to hide my head in shame because I'm a dressage rider or a former dressage rider. I don't want to feel shameful about it. I want to improve it and make it something that I can be proud of. To know that it's a discipline that truly is interested in making the horse a happy athlete. Thank you for watching. I know these are hard subjects sometimes, but it's stuff we have to think about. Thank you for letting me plant the seed if you hadn't thought about it yet. And please subscribe and have a great day.